You're just coming off a year celebrating 35 years of Tommy Hilfiger. Talk to us about your very first few days, your first store, the People's Place.
Well, People's Place actually was founded in 1969, which is now 51 years ago. I was a teenager in high school when I started that business with $150 and 20 pairs of jeans. But it was my dream during that time to eventually build my own brand. And I launched my own brand 35 years ago in 1985, the Tommy Hilfiger brand.
Amazing. Now, tell us about some pivot points along the way, because it wasn't an easy 35 years.
Well, I had a bankruptcy when I was 23 years old, and that was my master's degree in business. So I taught myself how to sort of balance business and creativity at the same time going forward. And my thought was to make sure that we had a lot of marketing muscle behind the brand without spending a lot of money. So I started dressing celebrities back in the early 80s, before magazines had celebrities on the cover, before designers used musicians in their ad campaigns or used them as muses. And I launched with my celebrity campaign with people like Britney Spears, a young woman by the name of Beyonce. I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Usher, sponsored concerts by the Rolling Stones, Lenny Kravitz. So I really connected my brand to pop culture and music.
Well, Tommy, last year was quite the year to be celebrating your 35th anniversary. So much going on, and I'm sure some of it you foresaw. You knew what was coming in the ether, given how clued in you are to, the zeitgeist. I'm curious as to what your big takeaways from 2020 were.
Well, 2020 obviously was a very challenging year for everybody, but what we learned was that our consumer lives online. And they're shopping online 24/7. They're being entertained online 24/7. So in the future, we really believe in blending entertainment with the digital world, with the virtual world, with the e-commerce world. And fortunately, we do have a very strong e-commerce business. So I think 21 showed us that the consumer is there with us, moving very quickly into the future.
Well, Tommy, I want to bring you back now to, People's Place, because that's where you started even before you had a brand, right? And now you actually have something called the People's Place program, which is a 3-pillared platform essentially to advance minority representation in fashion and beyond, not just at Tommy Hilfiger, but also, PVH and other places. What's the most important action you would say fashion brands and companies can do to achieve equality?
I think it's important for the fashion brands like the Tommy Hilfiger brand to unlock the door for minorities and allow them access to the world we live in and give them opportunity that they wouldn't normally have. So we're doing collaborations, we're doing internships, we're working with the design schools, and we're giving minorities, I think, a better path to the future. So we're very proud of that. And that was something that we were doing way before BLM, way before 2020, mentoring young people from very different backgrounds.
And Tommy, finally, you've had 35 years under the Tommy Hilfiger brand. What's your vision for the next 35 years?
To stay ahead of the pack in terms of being disruptive with marketing, making sure that the product is great, but doing everything we're doing today, but better tomorrow.